This is the story of Jujutsu Kaisen Season 3 Culling Game Arc. Here we see Yuji Itadori being chased by many curses. One of the curses grabs Yuji, but at that moment someone comes and kills the curse. It is Yuta. Now Yuta wants to kill Yuji. The story goes a little back where we see Naoya. He says that Maki is beautiful but useless, and a woman who does not know how to walk respectfully behind her man deserves to be killed. Here we see Ogi Zenin and Jinichi Zenin. They tell Naoya that he is late. Naoya says what difference does it make whether he is here or not? He is the next heir anyway. He says all his elder brothers are idiots, and his uncle is also useless even after being his father's younger brother. He says his daughters are already out of the race, and Jinichi, your face is also bad. He says he wishes he looked like Toji. Both of them get angry and put a sword on Naoya's head. A man comes there and says that Naobito Zenin is no longer in this world. He says he will read his will. The will says, first condition, Naoya Zenin will be made the 27th head of the Zenin clan. Second condition, all property, Jujutsu High, and cursed tools kept in secret warehouses will belong to Naoya, but for this he will need written permission from Ogi Zenin or Jinichi Zenin. However, if Gojo Satoru dies or becomes mentally weak, then the agreement made with Toji Fushiguro will be applied, and Megumi will be made a separate head, and he will be the heir of all power and property. Hearing this, Naoya gets very angry and says he will kill Megumi. Since curses are roaming in Tokyo, no one will even know who killed whom. Here Choso asks Yuji how his injuries are. Yuji says he is fine, but where Black Flash hit, it still hurts, maybe because of Sukuna. He feels Sukuna has become stronger than before. Choso tells Yuji not to worry about him and go to Jujutsu High, as he has to go collect the remains of his brothers. Yuji says Sukuna is planning something big using Fushiguro. Now we come to the present where many curses are behind Yuji. Yuji kills them and brings them under a tunnel, where Choso uses his piercing blood technique to kill them. Yuji kills the curse behind Choso. Choso says Yuji has become stronger than before. He talks about Yuji's father and says there are stitch marks on his forehead. Naoya comes there and says Fushiguro is not seen here. What are you both doing here? You won't run, right? Yuji says, why will we run? You have been given a death sentence. I came here for Fushiguro, but since you came in between, I will break your legs. Yuji says what is lacking in Fushiguro. Naoya says he will kill him, and before dying he should write 2 calm lines of the will in his favor. Naoya comes down and knocks Yuji down and rains slaps on Choso. Choso says he is very fast. Suddenly everyone feels a huge cursed energy. Yuji thinks it is Gojo-sensei, but no, it is even more dangerous than him. Yuta arrives. Naoya says, wait brother, I am on your side. Yuta asks who he is. Naoya says he is from the Zenin clan. Maki is his cousin, and he has also been ordered to kill Yuji. Yuta says one of you handle one, and I will handle the other. Choso tells Yuji to run and attacks Yuta, but Yuta dodges and goes after Yuji. Naoya says this is the piercing blood technique, and it needs convergence, which takes time. But he does not know that Choso is not human and can use as much blood as he wants. Now we come to the same point where the episode started. Yuta attacks Yuji with his sword, but Yuji dodges every attack. Yuta throws Yuji down and says he is not what he looks like. He has more cursed energy than Gojo, but his energy can run out because Gojo has the 6 eyes, which does not let his energy run out. Yuji dodges and takes a knife and blocks Yuta's sword. Yuta says your full focus is on my sword and breaks Yuji's knife and attacks him. Yuji then breaks Yuta's sword with his leg. Yuta says this guy will not lose easily. After all, he is Gojo's student. Yuji moves forward to attack Yuta, but from behind Rika grabs him, and Yuta kills Yuji. Here Naoya is beating Choso. Choso is not getting any chance because he is very fast. Choso is not able to use convergence. Naoya says, you are very stubborn, who are you? Choso says, big brother, and that too of 9 siblings. Choso uses flowing red scale to understand Naoya's moves. He manages to catch Naoya's speed, but Naoya uses a knife and attacks him and says, you were not giving up, that's why I used this. Jujutsu sorcerers feel ashamed to use it. You use blood manipulation, right? Then you should be able to stop this too. My own elder brothers are useless. They roam around with weapons and talk bad about Toji. Choso says, do you hate your brothers? Naoya says, if a younger brother is more capable than the elder brother, what could be more shameful than that? They should drown themselves. Choso says, today you may be capable, but behind this, your elder brothers also have a role. Whether the elder brother is capable or not, he always makes the younger brother capable. If I walk on the wrong path, I can save my younger brothers from that path. And if I am on the right path, I can make a right path for them. Maybe you became this capable because your brothers are weak. Choso brings out a river of pure blood. Even after losing so much blood, how is he still alive? Naoya says, actually, he is a death painting. They are half human and half curse. They can convert their cursed energy into blood. Until their cursed energy runs out, they cannot die from blood loss. Both of them fight around the blood. Naoya's legs get stuck in the blood, and Choso uses the technique he mastered over 150 years, supernova. Naoya uses his 24 frames per second technique, but Choso's technique hits him and he vomits blood. Choso was about to finish him when Yuta arrives and takes Choso down in a single strike. Naoya vomits poisonous blood. He realizes that Choso is not human. Yuta says, I can heal you with reverse curse technique, but in return, you have to deliver the message to Jujutsu High that Yuji is dead. Then we see a flashback dream where Jin, Yuji's father, and his grandfather are present. His grandfather tells Jin to stay away from that woman. But Jin, Yuji's dad, says, don't talk about this in front of Yuji. His grandfather says, Kaori could not give you a child, so why don't you leave her? She is probably dead. Here we see Kaori, whose body is possessed by Kenjaku. Here Yuji comes back to life and Yuta starts laughing loudly and says, I did this act to save you because Gojo told me to keep time secure. We see a dream flashback where Gojo says, if something happens to me, then take care of the first and second year students. Hikari can take care of himself. Yuta says, something will happen. It's because of a woman, Gojo brother. Gojo says, Yuji Itadori has also been given a death sentence like you, so take special care of him. That's why Yuta did this act, so that no one else comes to kill Yuji after hearing the news of his death. But they are not fools, so I had to make a binding vow to kill Yuji Itadori. That's why I took your life for a few moments, so if possible, forgive me. Yuji says, how am I alive? Yuta explains that he used reverse cursed technique immediately after his heart stopped. Yuji says, why did you do so much for me? Yuta says, this is not your fault. You are carrying someone else's burden. Megumi also comes there and tells Yuji to come, but Yuji is broken and says, I have killed many people. Megumi says, we have, and you have to help me. Kenjaku has started the culling game, and my sister Tsumiki has been forcibly included in it, and he asks Yuji for help. Yuji, please agree. I need your power. Yuji tells Yuta that Sukuna is planning something big with the help of Fushiguro, and he forcefully made me eat 10 of Sukuna's fingers, because of which he took control and caused destruction. Now he has 15 fingers, and if someone feeds him 5 more fingers and Sukuna takes control, then Yuta, you must kill him. Yuta agrees. Yuji asks Megumi to explain the plan. Megumi says, first we will go to Jujutsu High and meet Master Tengen. First, we will ask how to open the prison realm and what is the real motive of Noritoshi Kamo, also known as Kenjaku. Yuta says there are 1,000 barriers there that keep changing places, and in one of them is Tengen. Yuji asks about Nobara, and Megumi stays silent, from which Yuji understands that she is no more. Choso says, I have an idea. Remember how Mahito stole the death paintings and Sukuna's fingers? We will use the same method. Here, Yuta and Yuji meet Maki. Jogo burned her, but she is alive. She says she survived because of her endurance, and these marks cannot be removed even with reverse curse technique, and asks what to do next. Choso says, at the tombs of the star, there are many weapons and also the remains of my brothers, and Tengen is also there. The remains of my dead brothers are kept in one place. With their help, I can sense them and reach them.